Hey, it's Arfan with Grow Automate Scale, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to effectively use a funnel so you can actually see a return on your ad spend when you're running your Facebook ads. Okay, so this process has been taught for a very long time. It's a very common practice amongst coaches and consultants to use a sales funnel, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So chances are, if you're on this video, is because you already have a funnel and you're looking to drive traffic to it. Okay, you did the work to build the funnel out. You have all the pieces in place, and you want to start driving traffic to it now. And you want to make sure that you have everything good to go, so that way you can get the best out of your Facebook ads. Okay, so let's hop in and let's check us out today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share so someone can take us help. All right, so we're inside the screen of the screen. How about that? Okay, so having a funnel, and you notice again, if you already have a funnel, if you already built the site, having a funnel is how you stop checking money at the window, especially when you're running ads. And there are different types of funnel, and the thing is, they all work. That's why someone created it. That's why someone did the training on it, because it worked for them and they shared how to do it. So you just have to find the one that works the best for you, or tweak the one to make it optimized so that way it does convert great. So every funnel has different levers, okay? And there's three components of a funnel when you look at it, right? You have your top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Your top, moff, boff. Your three best friend if you're an online marketer. Our minds are always in top, moff, boff. We don't really say that out loud often, but it's always top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Especially when we're running advertising campaigns for many, many clients in different phases of this, to where top of funnel, we're trying to build awareness, we're generating leads, we're growing the social media. Middle of funnel, we're actually nurturing these leads with content, with events. And then bottom of funnel, we're doing sales, right? We're giving that ask. And typically what this looks like is that top of funnel is often about a big percentage, a big chunk of what you do. So is middle of funnel. And the bottom of funnel, this one's a little bit more limited because it's a sale. So typically maybe 20% or so is going to go into this, because if you're just all sale, you come off as spammy. If you're just all top of funnel awareness, value, then you have a big audience, but then not much going on in the wallet, so to say, because we're not asking for a sale, or when we do is very limited. So when this is optimized and things are cranking, it works out pretty good, and your funnel is working, right? So what we want to do is we want to drive traffic, right? We want to get leads, because what's happening is we work backwards. We spend a lot of time as coaches, and we create our offer, we build out our sales funnel, and then now we got to go get leads. And we did all this work, and I've worked with coaches where it takes months to build a funnel because of how intricate it is. And it's very quick. It's very simple. A VSL or something like that. You're going really quick. It's just you opt in, you get the video sales letter. It goes to booking the call, and there's email sequence and follow up strategy that goes with that. But it's a shorter funnel to implement, so to say, compared to a funnel that's like a 7-day challenge or something like that. You can imagine there's a lot more that goes into it, right? So the top of funnel, again, we're reaching a larger audience, which you're using Facebook ads for. Your ads are going to be reaching a larger audience. You want to generate leads. So this is where you're going to have something that's offered to attract the audience, where this is what you have, right? So the question I have for you right now is, what you're looking to advertise, is it attractive to your audience, the one that you're trying to reach? And this is how you know when you start running ads, you start knowing you're going to build a know factor. And you'll know for a few things, right? So you're going to know if your people want that offer you're going to give them or not. And then they're going to know you. They're going to get to know you and get to be in your world a little bit. So you're going to capture those leads, okay? Middle of funnel. So this is a lot of different things. Nurture sequence, social media, retargeting ads, monthly activation campaigns. Would be like a monthly webinar, a monthly live workshop, a monthly something you do that's ongoing. So you can do a Facebook group, you may do something weekly, right? All a little different. And this builds a like. When people start liking you, they start getting to know you. They're like, hey, Sasha, Debbie, James, man, they give me so much value, and then they start referring you, but now they like you a lot, and then they're also going to want to eventually work with you when we get to the next phase, when you're going to ask them, now you're going to want to convert them, okay? So when we're in this phase, we typically use ads to increase your reach for your weekly content to your warm audience. So typically, depending on how much budget you're putting in the top of funnel, you can activate an ad strategy to also push weekly content to your warm audience. So if you're doing a weekly webinar, you're going to retarget this warm audience and potentially cold audience, depending on the budget you're using, to sign up for that. So now you're generating leads coming into you. They're getting to know you. They're going to be engaging with your stuff, with your funnel. Now, as they're in your world, you want to interact with them. You don't want to just bring cold leads into an email sequence and leave them there forever. We want to show them we're real. We want to connect with you. We want to talk with you. We want to see why are we working together? What's going on? You signed up for my deal. Obviously, I need to help you, or I can help you. So let's work together. So that's all that's really going on in the process here. So when we go to the bottom of funnel, now these are your hot audience, right? So they've gone through this process. They've attended maybe a live training, a workshop, a webinar, or 2 or 3 or 4. I've come across many. Me myself, in Facebook ads, I've had clients that have attended my stuff for years before they've even actually started running ads, because they're just building their coaching business and they're implementing pieces and pieces and pieces as they go along. As you should, they're learning. So before they're even ready to run ads, like, they really have a lot of these things in place. But sometimes it takes a while, and that's okay. But I want to make sure that when you get there, you're doing it correctly. I guess that's what I'm going through this here. Okay. So again, the bottom of funnel. So now your leads trust you. They've gone through this process. They've known you. They get a lot of value. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes webinars and challenges and all these things work so well to a cold audience for the right offer, because you can do all 3 of this in a webinar. Okay. You can build awareness and get leads coming into your world when they sign up for the webinar. You can nurture the heck out of them as soon as they come. A video on the thank you page, the email sequences you're sending out to them, the content that you're engaging with them. Like, you can nurture them a lot, and then you give them. Now you meet with them live on the actual webinar, right? So you're doing all this in just 3-4 days typically, and then the bottom of the funnel going to sales. Now you have about a 5 to 7 day sales cycle. And what ends up happening is that you do, let's say, 5 to 7 days for lead generation, an actual webinar, 1 day for that, and then another 5 days for sales. You have a 12-day timeline there of just lead generating, nurturing this audience, and converting them. So when you have a good offer people are really aware of, or you create an offer that, you talk to a lot of your audience and they're like, they need this, and you come across this one problem, and this is how you see it really play out, really work out. So this is one of the reasons why I recommend having a webinar funnel, because it can really change the game for you, especially if you think about it, like, wait, just every single month you can run this continuously. You can put evergreen to where it runs all the time. And you talk to some of the top marketers, those are doing 7 figures, 8 figures, and you're like, what's their ad strategy? They typically always have some sort of automated evergreen webinar or workshop along with something live that they do, and they're doing it very often. Sometimes you look at their launch cycle, and they don't even call it launch cycles, because they've it's no longer that terminology. It's just part of just their monthly promotions, their monthly act, like just like regular brick and mortar stores that have a monthly sales or a promotion period they'll do for like spring break or the summer or seasons or things like that. Their business is well thought out, and talking a lot of grand scheme, big picture, but this is really how ads come in. It's always in all 3 of these you can use ads, but primarily you want to be right here, because leads activate entire machines. You want to be focused on the leads. Okay, so let's go a little bit into this on the ads. Again, it's broken down into 3 different parts. So you have your ad copy, your image, and of course targeting, when who is going to see my ad. And you want to really make it really relevant. So your ad copy really speak to your target audience. The first line is often the most important. You have a good image that's going to it's got cut off a little bit. I actually didn't like that, but just for a screenshot reading up in here. Nonetheless, and then who's this going to be shown to, right? So a lot of these all play a big factor into it. Okay, so image selection, you can do quite a bit for image selection, whether it's stock image or use branding image, put text over the image. Really get creative with it. There's also a lot of templates in Canva. You can just search at Instagram ad template or Facebook ad template. I will say that the best size is going to be like the square format. So use like a square image if you can, versus landscape or so. I'm just showing these as an example of graphics you can use on your ad graphic, especially if you may not want to do like an image of yourself. You want to do something unbranded. You can just lots of different choices. Something bright, colorful, good contrast, often the best way to go. Okay, ad copy. Some ideas here. So short, medium, long. So up to 100 words is short, medium about 500 words long. You can go pretty long if you want to. Long copy works great for coaching because essentially our story is a transformation, and a transformation is often something we've done for ourselves. That's what we're going to help our ideal client do. And if you have a story like that, if you're a coach like that, then your story is going to really help a lot. And then you can do a long copy. And you'll see that sometimes your cost per lead may not be the cheapest, so that's okay. But you're going to get really great quality leads. But test. You have test. And just to kind of give some ideas, which one do you really want to go with? So if you have clients that are actively searching for what you offer, they're searching for it is not really a hard sell. It's just more about which do you choose. Typically, you can do short copy because they're already like solution aware and they're looking for a solution. So you can do short copy and then post that like on the landing page, and that experience really give them an A-class show. I typically always gear towards medium or long copy because clients know their challenge but isn't searching is medium long copy. Or for example, a client has an issue and isn't aware of your type of solution to a challenge. You want to do a long copy because you want to get them to become aware, and then you give them the offer so that way they can, or at least the offer for them to even become even more aware, or at least gain a level of awareness that you need them to be at, so that way they can actually say yes to your offer. Okay, hope that's clear. It's just a lot of textbook marketing language in a sense of when we're talking about awareness and what spectrum does our client fall off. Like, do they have a really good grasp of what their problem is and they want a solution, or they're just kind of fumbling, like they know they got a problem but they're still not really even sure what that is. You can really choose in this. Thing is, what I find is that all clients have all three of these at all times, right? So the best thing to do is if you can combine it into medium long copy, you will be solid. Trust me, you'll be solid. 2 to 3 versions of that tested will work really, really awesome for you. So ad flow formula right here kind of give you a little idea of how you can flow this your ad flow. So you have 5 parts of the ad copy. So you have to be able to capture attention, relate to the audience, give them, tell them about that transformation, the shift. Now go into your solution, and then now you turn it over to them. It's their turn. This is your call to action. So capture attention, strong statement, and stop the scroll. We want to be able to have someone stop the scroll, right? So in the current landscape of Facebook ads, the way we do that is because we can often do interruption advertising where we're sending an ad to a certain audience. So if you need to, if you're targeting, for example, like if you work with professional working moms and you teach them, you're a coach you're like a career development coach or something like that, you can select criteria like mom and the age range, right? But then you give them a strong statement. Okay, so you feel stuck in your career, feeling stuck in your career track right now, or something along those lines. So that way now it speaks directly to them. And again, you're a career development coach, someone who's looking and trying to advance their career. It's going to stand out to them. So you want to have a strong statement. And of course, this is so different for like every person, because you think about the type of coaching you do, the statement you have is going to be different for everybody. Okay, so about 125 characters where you want to be, that or less. And again, you want to get a yes or a that's meaning at their client's mind, and then encourage them to read the entire ad. Okay, you can pause the video, take a look at this right here. and go through it and write some ad copy. I'm not a big fan of ad copy templates. The reason why, because it takes away the authenticity a lot from this. Okay, I would prefer you can take this and plug this into your AI platform, ChatGPT, and then tell it more about your business and about your story, about your transformation, about your solution, and then tell it to give you copy, and it's going to do probably a halfway decent job. You edit it, but I don't necessarily recommend doing like a template or like an opening line template or something like that, because we got to be 125 characters. If I give you a template and I'm going to need you to have a specific word that's going to be like 5 or 6 or 10 characters to fit into these spaces. I just never found a good solution for that. So, anyways, use AI. This is very helpful, or get a good copywriter to help you out there. So, I'm not going to go into targeting in today's video. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself there. Let me get back on here. I really want to just share today about just the overall the usage of a funnel, and when you're going into ads, really the key points to look for there. And if your funnel, if you have a funnel and you're ready to go, this is really how you want to start getting the ads going right now. Create about a good 3 or so different images, get about 2 different versions of ad copy, and start loading it up. And as long as your funnel are hitting those pieces that I talked about as I went through this, you'll be good to go. Okay. Anything else, you're just chucking money out the window. The reason why I say it is because you're gonna get leads, which is great. But if you don't have a proper way to convert those leads, you're gonna see you're gonna be losing ad spend very, very quickly. And we want to get a return on our ad spend. And the reason why the funnel ad method I showed you right there works so good is because when your leads are coming in, you're not waiting until 3 to 6 months later to convert them. You're actively working on getting my leads into my world. And as I'm paying for these leads, I'm working my leads to convert them. Okay? So, anyways, if you found this helpful, if you need help with the actual ad setup or need more strategy help or support, if you're looking just to hand this off to someone to run for you, my team and I are always available. If you want to go ahead and book a free strategy call with us, and what we'll do is we'll take a look at what you have going on right now and see if I could be a good fit to help you out. If I can, great. If not, I'll try to point you in the right direction to go. Other than that, I'll be more than happy to even have a conversation with you anyways. So with that being said, my name is Arfan. We're Robin Scale. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone if you think it's helpful. Okay? And I will catch you on our next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.